Taylor, your comments on this, the fact that you were down love one coming into this match, the pressure that or the attention on you for that, and also how did you feel coming off beating Alex last week in Turin? Did that help as well?
I don't know if I'd say it helped because I mean he had his chances in that match. You know, he was up a set, lots of breakpoint opportunities. So, you know, I think what he was doing in Turin was honestly working against me, and I think he knows that as well. And I said in Turin, like, yeah, I'm not looking forward to having to play this guy again in like 5-6 days because he's a really tough person to play. And I played well. I think the court kind of skidding through a little bit more than Turin, it helped me a bit. He wasn't able to just take control of the rallies maybe as much as he could in Turin, but I mean it's a huge win. Obviously being down 0-1, it'd be a pretty bad feeling to, you know, for the whole team to come all the way here and 2 matches and we're out just like that. So you know, I'm glad I was able to play a good match, get it done, beat a really tough opponent, and give us a chance for the doubles.
Hi, Taylor. Congrats on the win. I wanted to ask you about the element of mind games with Davis Cup in terms of the lineups. Just now, Kokkinakis was saying that he thought that Tommy Paul was actually going to play and hadn't seen Ben, so it was a surprise for him. For you as a player, how does that play in your mind, and how do you see that element of Davis Cup? Is it usually predictable? Is it mind games? What's it like?
Wait, what did?
Kokkinakis thought that Tommy Paul was going to play, not Ben Shelton.
Play? Oh, like the lineups. Okay. I don't think we're really playing too many mind games. You know, obviously we thought Popperin was going to play. You know, we thought Popperin was going to play, but I think sometimes it's, you know, you can almost do the wrong thing if you get too deep into the mind games. Like I see why they played Danas. You know, he had some big wins for them in the last stage. Maybe he felt like he was playing the best in practice. And you know, I think I just got here. Everyone else was here before me, but from what I heard, everyone felt like Ben was playing really great in practice. So that's why we wanted to put Ben in. So not really any I guess mind games being played, but I think there is like you know, matchup things that you try to do. You know, if like I potentially wasn't gonna play this match having just gotten in, but if I don't play it, then it's Tommy, and Tommy plays and Ben plays second, and if Demon's playing, which we found out he was, then Demon's record's very good on Tommy, so it kind of was like, okay, I should play this one. So there's, you know, more strategic stuff going on in terms of like how you think you match up to who the other the other team's going to play. But yeah, I think in today's situation, it was just, you know, I think both teams just picked off of who they felt like was playing well this week.
Just the last one from me. You've obviously had a lot of big matches in your career, and especially this year. When you step on court in this situation and it's do or die, is it second nature for you now to step up? Is it? Do you feel that that's something that you've particularly improved on?
I mean, yeah, I think it obviously depends on the moment and who you're playing against, but you know, there's not really any other option when our team's down 0-1. Like I just have to show up and bring it and hopefully get the win. You know, there's not really any alternative thing to do. I just have to show up and win.
Taylor, what is it like in this unusual for an individual sport like this situation to be sitting out there courtside watching a teammate? How does that feel? And knowing then that depending on his result, that'll affect maybe your mindset going into your match right after.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it really affects my mindset either way. In my mind this whole time, it's been very, I mean, for me, my match is very like must win regardless, because, you know, even if Ben wins that match, then it's like I still want to take it. I don't want anything can happen in doubles. I don't want it to have to go there. So it didn't really affect me too much. It's definitely nerve-wracking. I don't typically watch a lot of tennis, but then when I start watching tennis, like I fully just bit all my fingernails off during the match. And I get very nervous, get way more nervous watching, you know, team events and my friends play than you know, me myself playing.
We have time for 2 more, please.
Kind of related to that, it was notable that you were like still out there at the end of Shelton's singles watching courtside. I think a lot of players go in quite early and warm up. Can you just talk through the decision to kind of stay out there the whole thing?
Yeah, everyone's different with how they warm up and stuff. I was told it's like 15, 20 minutes after that match finishes. So, you know, I did all the other stuff, I guess, that I do to prep, like taped my feet, grip my rackets, shower, change, get in my match stuff. I did all that stuff right when he went out there. So then I could just be out there because I know, I mean, I need 10 minutes to, realistically, I only need 10 minutes to kind of like warm up and get going before a match. So I wanted to stay out there the whole time and support.
Any other question? Last one.
Taylor, you mentioned there about how nerve-wracking you find it watching. Does that affect your mindset going into the next match, or are you able to kind of just turn that off straight away and get into mode where you're not so nervous?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't affect. It doesn't affect me when I'm actually playing. It's like when I'm watching, I have no control over anything. So I think that's what kind of like makes me nervous when I'm playing. I'm, you know, maybe a little bit more nervy just because it's Davis Cup. It's a team event, but you know, I feel like I handled it well. I played a lot of the big points well today. I feel like once I get out there and start playing and feel like I'm, you know, serving well, hitting the ball right, then you know that feeling of nerves kind of, it's not really there.
Thank you.